was still there, but it's manifested presence. It wasn't manifesting anymore. It's been quenched. What reason? What's the reason? Anybody has an idea? Awfully unfaithfulness. In 1 Samuel, let me tell you the reason. In 1 Samuel chapter number 1, I hope I'm not boring you with too many scriptures. In 1 Samuel chapter number 1 and verse 11, check 1 Samuel 1:11. 1 Samuel 1:11. Thank you very much. No, 1 Samuel 2:11. I beg your pardon. It's 2:11. 2:11. Hear what the Bible says about Ophni and Phinehas. 1 Samuel 2:11 and 2:11. Is it? No.
1 Samuel.
1 Samuel 2:12 then. Thank you. Now the sons of Eli were sons of what? Eli. And they knew not the Lord. And they were sons of what? Priests. And they were sons of who? Belial. In fact, the scripture actually says they were corrupt. In one verse it says they were corrupt. They were corrupt. Now, the Lord said to me, He said, Ophni and Phinehas in the custody of the ark is equivalent to works of the flesh in our lives harboring God's glory. The glory cannot manifest. The Philistines captured the Ark of the Covenant very easily because it had been switched from active mode to what? To dormant mode. Because of who? Ophni and Phinehas. They were prototype or metaphoric of the works of the flesh. So it was in dormant mode. And yet people would blame God and say, but God, why? But God, what are you looking at? How could you allow this to happen? Shut up. Let's dig deep into matters before we blame God. Now, watch this. 1 Samuel chapter 4, they captured the ark. 1 Samuel chapter 5 verse 1. Watch this. 1 Samuel chapter 5 verse 1. My dear, let's move quickly. I've got just a few minutes. A few minutes more. And the Philistines took the ark of God and brought it from Ebenezer to Ashdod. The Philistines took it. Now, verse number 2, they brought it to the house of Dagon, which is their own god. When the Philistines took the ark of God, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon. Ever say by Dagon?
By Dagon.
Now, Dagon is a demon god. It's a deity that was worshipped by the Philistines. It's an idol. Dagon attracts demons. That's why they both start with D. And the difference between Dagon and dragon is just an R. And the devil is referred to as the dragon. Anyway, that's my own way of translating it. The Bible says, and when they woke up early in the morning, Dagon was falling upon his face to the earth before the ark of the Lord. And they took Dagon and set him by his place again. The next verse says, and God caused by reason of the presence of the ark of the covenant, Dagon fell again the second time, and this time it was irreparable, irredeemable, broken to pieces. And hear what the Bible says. It says, from that experience, all those who came to worship Dagon stopped coming to that temple. It became obsolete. They closed down that shrine. It's in the scripture. Now look up here. The same ark. Is that right? It's the same ark of the covenant. The same ark of the covenant that was in the custody of Ophni and Phinehas. But in what mode? In what mode? In the custody of Ophni and Phinehas? No. It was dormant. Ineffective. And the moment that it changed hands and the ark was left by itself, God was proving to the entire world that you guys don't think, before you give God a name and say God is powerless. God is not powerless. My glory is still very potent. Amen. The problem is those who are custodians of the glory. Amen. Am I making sense here? Yes. Now that's what God is saying indirectly. And if you watch what happened after this event, the entire city started having diseases. They moved the ark from city to city, and they were having boils on their bodies. Ashdod, Gaza, all the cities of the Philistines, 5 major cities, until the Philistines now said, look, we can't contain this anymore. The glory is too much. The power manifesting from this ark is too great. Manifested presence. Ever said manifested presence? So they said, take this thing out of here. So they consulted themselves. I'll jump those stories in chapter 6. They consulted themselves and said, what do we do? They said, send it back to Israel and put some offerings with it. So they sent it back to Israel, and then 1 Samuel 7 begins, which is where I'll begin to close. 1 Samuel 7 begins. Now, 1 Samuel 7 verse 1. So they brought that ark finally from the Philistines to the house of a man called Abinadab. And the men of Kirjath-jearim came and fetched up the ark of the Lord and brought it into the house of Abinadab. Ever say Abinadab?
Abinadab.
And they put it in the house of Abinadab. They kept it there. Ever say kept it there?
Kept it there.
They put it in the house of Abinadab. And it came to pass while the ark abode in Kirjath-jearim that the time was long. Ever say time was long?
Time was long.
For it was how many years?
20 years.
20 years. And all the house of Israel lamented after the Lord. They were hungry for it. They were longing for it. 20 years. Now say after me, say 20 years.
20 years.
In Abinadab's house.
In Abinadab's house.
Please, when you get back home, because of time, read the entire thing. Nothing strange about Abinadab for the ark being in his house for 20 years. And they brought the same ark. Everybody say the same ark.
The same
He
ark.
left Abinadab's house.